take on a little tour of my garden here. This is an avocado tree. I got one avocado on here still. Really big avocados. Excellent survival food because you can leave these on the tree for 8 months and pick them as you need them. So that's amazing survival food. It stays perfectly hard and green until it's picked off. So I don't know how it does it, but keeps it fresh in there, no matter how much sun and how long it's been sitting. So that's pretty amazing. That's just like having food in the freezer or in a jar, but it's just hanging on the tree. We got our potatoes. These are about a week old, so you can see inside they're already starting to grow. So that's a good sign that these are going to be ready to start planting. You can see down here. Let's take these out. So I'm going to take a knife and cut so we can actually make this into 2 or 3 plants instead of just one. If I was just to put this in the ground by itself, it would be kind of a waste of a potato. You can pretty much do this with any potato. I like russet potatoes. I usually cook with them, and it's what I have. Oftentimes, you know, right now when you go to the store, they may not have any potato at all. You're lucky to find anything. So that makes me want to grow even more and make sure you have a supply of everything. So once you have potatoes once, you'll never have to buy potatoes again if you can continue to keep regrowing and saving the potatoes like I'm doing here. So the key is to be self-sufficient and never have to go to the grocery store if you didn't have to. So, and potatoes are a good survival food. Gives you a lot of carbohydrates, but you still need protein and all the other nutrients. And you really want these to grow a little longer before you put them actually in the ground. So I could leave these in the bag a little longer and wait for them to be, so I'll wait a couple more days. This right here, these are pole beans, will grow straight up a lot longer. Bush bean, Blue Lake, non-GMO. So I've mixed in also a cucumber. So I'm gonna also put some bamboo pulls up so it grows up. Inside here in the middle I have a kale. Are some peppers. I believe those are just regular bell peppers. I have quite a few of those. Excellent just for, you know, salads, and lots of different types of food growing here besides all these fruit trees. Peach, apple, avocado, orange, and all these vegetables. I'm trying to utilize every part of my property. So around the edge of this big pot, this is a 15-gallon, I have strawberries, so I'm trying to encourage those to grow over the edge on the outside. So I ring this whole thing in strawberries, and then underneath in the middle I have a tomato. It's called a Celebrity. Very prolific, easy to grow. So that one's looking amazing. Only been in the ground 1 week. Got it in a little pot. This thing's already taken off. Again, I have a super soil mix that I've used for all this. Intermixed there, I have 3 peppers as well. So I'm maximizing every square inch, and I'm layering it. So you want the shorter ones in front, and the plants are a little medium size here. In the middle, this will grow straight up. One of my favorites right here of all. I have a lot of kale. This thing's already doubled in size just in a week. And the kale doesn't need tons of sun, so it's going to end up being shaded by these other plants once they get bigger. These are 2 smaller tomatoes and 2 pepper plants. The shishito pepper, and the red Russian kale, and this is called a patio tomato. A lot shorter and stockier. So if you have minimal space, get the patio tomato. You can see how stocky it is, but it's not getting tall, so you can already tell this is really a good one. So if you have really small space, my peaches definitely are producing. I would say give it another couple weeks and this might be edible. I'm gonna have a lot of fruit for the next few months. Apples, one of my favorites as well. So this is an ultra dwarf Anna. I planted these side by side. These need to be side by side because they will help pollinate each other as well. Very hard to find good apples in the store. And lastly, over here, 2 more types of tomatoes. Look at this one. This is amazing. Called the Black Prince. Heirloom. That means you can take the seeds and regrow this from the tomato. Always want heirloom. Make sure it says heirloom. This is just a tomato called the Big Boy. Again, very easy to grow if you're just looking for something reliable and produce a lot of fruit. These are the snap peas down here. And these little 2-inch squares, cubes, I got garlic growing, so I'll do a video on how to grow garlic, but it's basically put a clove right in that soil and it'll start growing. Very easy. Anybody can do this. These down here I have. So I bought organic pinto beans and grew these right from the seed a week ago. Excellent survival food. Got really good soil here for it as well. So this is my little front yard garden. It's basically just where I park my vehicle. I've got a tiny bit of dirt in front of the area, you can see here. So in the survival situation, you could eat this massive amount of leaf, 2 feet tall. So it doesn't taste bad either. And then over here, this is where I have another planter, and it's my giant papaya. So this is going to provide a massive amount of food right here. I mean, each papaya right there, that's like, that one right there is about as big as my head right there. So we have a bunch of them. Each one gets a little smaller going up. These will continue to produce fruit. It's excellent survival fruit if you're trying to get a lot of big bang for your buck. And this is probably the fastest growing fruit you can actually get. This is only took me 2 years to get from seed, planting from seed until the size of this papaya tree right now. Extremely fast. You won't be able to grow anything faster than that. Mandarin. This was actually planted, it was a lot bigger than the papaya when I planted it, and the roots from the papaya overtook this tree and it's really stunted its growth. You can see the trunk on this thing. It is probably that's about 6 inches. 6 inches wide right there. At the base, only planted about a year ago. Started from seed 2 years ago. Continues to create fruit. You can see all the flowers. So I just picked off the very last Mandarin. This is April 4th, 2020. Now in this situation, in a survival situation where a lot of stores are closed, I went to the nursery and that was completely closed. So who knows in the future, but I want to recreate this tree. This Mandarin tree, I can grow it from the seed inside. So what I'm going to do is open this up, take the seeds out, and I will show you how to grow a brand new tree. Right from seed, really simple, really easy. And also papaya can do the exact same thing. Everything can be grown from seed again. Of course, the Mandarin orange is going to take much longer. Alright, so here are my seed collection. Here is my seed collection. You can see what I'm growing here. These are all over here, these carrots. Two weeks into this crisis, this coronavirus crisis, so food is sold out. I didn't even see any carrots in the store. So luckily I'm way ahead of the game. I got stuff already in the front yard about to harvest. Here's the snap peas. Sugar snap. Again, these are Baker. I'll leave a link in the description, but good company. Here's a new company, San Diego Seed Company. I just started buying theirs. Thai chili pepper. This is all backup. I don't have room to grow right now, but these are just some cool, nice varieties that I want to try out. Organic, local. It's from San Diego, where right now I'm in San Diego, so might as well help out the local companies. Rainbow cherry mix, all heirloom, organic, developed for San Diego growers. So I'd also recommend, a company that is developing for growing in the climate you're in. So I got a nice variety here. Here's the pinto beans. Just your standard pinto beans. That's this right here. Here's the pinto beans. Only 1 week. It took about 2 days to sprout up. I think it's been about 7 days since I put them in the ground. Here's the snap peas. So those will be excellent source of protein. The beans, the pinto beans, protein. I got these, more protein, bush beans. So I got a lot of backup in case I had to survive. I got these as backup. So we'll go ahead and put these back in a plastic bag. Keep them inside, out of any moisture, and in a dry area in the Ziploc. All closed up. We got rains coming the next couple days, and so I feel very confident sleeping at night when you know you have a good source of food ready and backed up. Also, obviously buy dried stuff. I can buy, 50 pounds of beans or rice, and just as backup, but this is another good way. So let's go ahead and just look at each label here so you know exactly what I'm growing. Okay, this one is Kentucky Wonder. So we're in Southern California.